Hey bro, let's talk about what to eat to actually grow taller. So how do I know what to eat? First of all, what gives me the experience to talk about it, to tell you some advice? See, I have a lot of siblings, and I can actually see how their eating patterns affect their growth. And I actually have experience in not eating enough things that I'll tell you about. I'm 6 foot, exactly. It's about 183 or 2 centimeters. And I have a pretty normal weight right now, 75 or something like this, 75 kilos. But before I was actually overweight. When I was 13, I weighted about the same that I weigh now, but I was shorter. So I was overweight and I had protein deficiency actually. My parents went to the doctor and actually checked me on that, and the doctor told me to eat more meat. So I ate not enough meat, and I could probably grow actually taller than I am now if I would eat properly. Because my brother is now 14, and he's almost as tall as me, and he'll probably be taller than me because he eats more, not more, but more quality food, more meat specifically. Then I have sisters. Again, I have a lot of siblings. I have 2 sisters that are about the same age. They have 1 year of difference. And the younger sister is actually taller than the older sister, just because the older sister eats less. Not less, but less meat and less food that I will talk about. So, what to actually eat to grow? As I said before, you need to eat meat. Just eat a lot of meat. A lot of meat, eggs, milk. Milk is not really good for men because milk contains estrogen, but milk is fine too. If you are okay, just milk is fine too, in moderate amounts. But primarily you have to eat meat and eggs. Yes, eggs contain cholesterol, but dietary cholesterol has no correlation. It does not increase your blood cholesterol. It just doesn't work like that. Read research if you want to. I will not link any research. Just trust me. If you don't trust me, just leave. So, yes, eggs can raise your cholesterol because they contain saturated fats, but cholesterol is actually not a bad thing in itself. If you're interested in that, then you can watch a lecture from University of California. It's called Fat Chance Fructose 2.0 on YouTube. Just find it on YouTube. They explain why cholesterol is not a bad thing in itself. And there's one thing you need to avoid in eating. You need to avoid eating sugar. I'll talk about it later. So let's continue about what you need to eat now. Meat, eggs, a bit of dairy, cheese is very good. Now, carbs. What carbs do you need to eat? You need to eat carbs, definitely. But what carbs? Don't eat processed foods, obviously. Don't eat chips, pizza. I mean, you can eat that, but not a lot, in moderate amounts. Your diet must be as unprocessed as possible in order to be healthy. So eat potatoes, sweet potatoes, vegetables in general, fruits in general. Fruits are fine, even though they contain fructose, because fructose in fruits, it's not like in sugar. There's not a lot of it, and it comes with fiber. Bro, I can just explain to you all the science, but it just doesn't matter. Don't try to overfill your brain with useless information. So, just eat unprocessed foods. Now, fats. Do you need to eat fat? Obviously you need to eat fat, but eat healthy fat. Eat eggs, eat avocados, eat butter, eat just healthy and processed fats. One rule you need to remember about diet in general: you need to minimize processed foods. Processed foods are foods that contain a lot of ingredients, a lot of weird sounding ingredients, about a lot of chemicals. So try to minimize all that food. Now, one thing you need to absolutely avoid completely is high fructose corn syrup. Again, watch that lecture on YouTube from University of California. It's called Fat Chance Fructose 2.0. They explain perfectly why you need to avoid high fructose corn syrup and fructose in general. If some food contains high fructose corn syrup, try not to eat it or minimize it. Eat it as less as possible. This is very important for your growth. You know why? Because in order to actually grow tall, as tall as you can, you need to have your natural body fat percentage. Natural ideal body fat percentage. Every person will have different ideal body fat percentage. Mine is about 15 or 17, or at least I think so. How to determine this? Let's say you have a perfect diet, without any processed foods, without oils, without anything, just perfect diet. You will naturally get to your ideal body fat percentage. It will just happen naturally, because if you're healthy, your body will naturally get to this level, to the level of body fat you need to be at. And this is the level of body fat you will grow the tallest, because this is the natural level for you. But if you eat a lot of fructose turns into fat immediately in your body. The only way for your body to process fructose is to turn it into fat. So by eating fructose, you just gain fat. This is just the only thing you get from fructose, fat. So try to not eat fructose, because it will mess up your body fat percentage and it will affect your growth. So this is pretty much it you need to know about. This is pretty much everything you need to know about diet in terms of growing. Just don't eat unprocessed foods. Don't eat fructose and you'll grow. Yeah, it's that simple. Another thing I can tell you is you need to sleep a lot. Obviously, if you want to grow tall, you need to sleep a lot, because you actually grow when you are sleeping. So don't ignore that. Another thing is you need to drink a lot of water. Preferably don't drink anything besides water and maybe some tea, because like the stuff that people usually drink is not very healthy, like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the worst thing you can ever drink. I don't even know what's worse, like alcohol or Coca-Cola. So anyway, that's another topic. Yeah, that's pretty much it about food and growing. So yeah, thank you for watching. I see you in the next one.